Yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
Look at this. Unacceptable. Oh, there she is. So I mean, you guys saw the video at the beginning, and essentially, I had a drunk driver drive over my car. Now you'll see the placement of my car isn't the best, but it's a whole situation. They paid me out. They didn't actually total the car, which is amazing. I'm so glad they didn't total it. They paid me a chunk of money and said, we won't title this. We won't say it's been an accident, nothing. You just take the money and then fix it yourself. Today, we have a few things that's gonna happen. We need to get a pipe that fits over that bad boy so that I can put the heater out here. I'm gonna take off both front fenders, the bumper, the headlights, the hood. It needs a lot of work. So obviously we gotta find a new hood, 2 new fenders, probably a door. I mean, the door's okay for now, but it is damaged. So if we can't get a new door, because it is gonna get paint, hopefully just before summer starts, getting those parts, putting them back on. And then because of the accident, I mean, there was a whole, I mean, I'll just show you the images on screen right now. There was a whole car, a whole Toyota Highlander sitting on top of my car. Kind of isn't supposed to have that much weight there, so I think the other 2 things that I really would like to get done is all around suspension and new wheels, because these wheels got damaged as well. So after doing some measurements, this is 6.5 inch. So I gotta find a furnace duct that's 6.5 inch and like probably 4 feet. So the heater's gonna sit up here. A metal plate we'll put down here so it doesn't burn this. I mean, if you're from Canada at all, you know this is a dangerous place to be. Princess Auto. It almost seems like everything's on sale all the time. Found these things, which I'm looking for. So I have a battery from the Z that I'm just going to use to run the heater, which I will slap this on. It's a battery charger. It doesn't have the proper ends, so I grabbed some of these, we'll slap those on. I grabbed some of these to make some easier wire connections for the headlights. Temporary. I'll just show you when I get in there. So I've went and grabbed the Bro 1 and Bro 2 is behind the camera. We're getting stuff done because it's been a while. The cameraman's gonna try and do good camera work.
Yeah.
And we're gonna, the process, we took the hood off already. I forgot to get the filming started, but taking the fenders off, the bumper, and then we'll go from there. The headlights are gonna come out. I've got some, I showed you at the store earlier. We got the quick connects here, so temporary fix for right now. It'll be better than the sketchy job I have in there. So I think we gotta focus on this first. I've done this so many times and like, I don't know. I'm just hearing at this point. Remember, cut all your zip ties, not just 2 of them. Ah! The one damn zip tie.
the funds do I get?
Funds?
What's my cut?
I have a document for you to sign that says that you don't get funds. Because the funds aren't going to be that much.
That would be child labor.
No, you're here because you want to be here. Right?
I didn't sign a volunteer worksheet.
Oh, that's because you're not over the age of 18 yet.
So it's still child labor.
So it's actually for your dad to sign, and I'm sure he'll gladly sign off on it.
You're not wrong about that.
Bumper I want to get, or the few bumpers I want to get, some of them delete all the lights in the front bumper. I'd prefer if it didn't, because I want to have the drift strobes in the fog lights. But the amount of times I'm going to have to pull this bumper off is not okay.
Oh.
I think it's a 12.
12 right here.
Hell yeah, brother. Also, peep the grumpy squid. Oh, it's right here.
Oh, that's.
I drove it once in the winter because I had no other choice. There's some rust here and there, but overall when I got it, it was decent. I don't know whose genius did this before. I don't know if it was people in Japan or the people here. But when I got it, there was just a rat's nest of wires here and nothing worked properly. I had to sit here for, I don't know, I think it was 4 days that I did this wiring to understand what was going on here. We're gonna tackle this for a little bit and then we'll come back and we'll show you the progress we've made. Fender is off. Well, for the most part. Somebody who owned this before tried lifting the car on this side from the pinch weld on the fender. Please don't do this. Your fender's not meant to support the weight of the car. Essentially, that's what we're gonna do. Bumper's off.
This is going to take a while.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we're gonna get to this door, we're gonna take it off, we're gonna take that fender off, and then mainly all the stuff I wanted to take off. So I think we could get away with doing some sanding, and these two can sit in a chair and watch and hang out. Okay, so both fenders are off. Both headlights are out. I think what I'm gonna do really quickly is just put these quick connects onto the headlights. And then
I found a snack. Snack. I'll save it for later.
It's getting a little late. I'm a little tired. Not like tired. I still got a monster. We're good. And oh, guys, feel this. It's nice and warm. I know we can move the power steering one. The only issue with the power steering is mine is dead. Like I don't have any. And if you have owned a Z32 or you know someone who does have one, you'll know that to fix anything with the power steering rack, either the subframe has to come out or the engine has to come out. Neither one is pretty. He's just shaking his head.
I'm the one that he's gonna call as soon as things aren't pretty anymore. So
Things are already not pretty.
main goal of 2025 to get this road legal or road safe. On the roads and then work on the main stuff bit by bit, or are you gonna keep it in here till we get everything done and then you're gonna?
So what I want is I want it painted, wheels and suspension for this year. All right, it's kind of late. We did not film this, but it is all done. It looks less sketchy. Fenders are off, bumpers off, hoods off. The next thing would be this door. This door is crumpled too. We're gonna do some proper sanding. We're gonna get it all to, you can't see really, but this patch right here is what the whole car should be like. So we're getting all the red off. Honestly, if it's down to bare metal, that's fine. So like we'll take all these trim pieces off tomorrow, maybe take the wipers off, repaint those. We'll find something to do. We'll be in and out all day. This little heater, I mean, I did lots of research on it over the time I figured I wanted one, and they were very mixed. But I mean, as long as you know what you're doing, you grab the right one and you grab the right power supply and install everything correctly, it's actually working pretty good. It kept this place bearable.
If you had a like proper sealed garage, that's gonna heat up the entire place.
Yeah, and I mean, like, obviously we don't have insulation above, but the walls are insulated all around. If we had foam over the windows, doors were sealed, everything was sealed, I'm sure if you let that thing run for all day, it'd warm up in here pretty good. See you tomorrow. Well, it's a lovely day 2. He's helping me get stuff out of the car, sanding down this god-awful paint. I know some of y'all will probably criticize me for using this, and honestly, there's not a lot of choices that I have. I did the same thing here, and yeah, you can see, if I get really close, you can probably tell that I use the grinder. But the thing is it wasn't fully done, but like right here is probably the best spot on it to get all this crappy paint off, and whatever comes off with it comes off with it. We're gonna sand it, we're gonna use filler, all the good stuff. Like it's gonna be done right. So yeah, there's a lot of work to do, but if I'm out here for at least 2 hours a day doing this, it works. It'll come out good to stop water from getting in there. So I might have to pick all this out and then put more caulking on it just to prevent that from rusting anymore. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot a little time lapse of us just working, and then yeah, we'll see in a minute. Sadly, it was out of focus. So here's my website. You can kind of scroll, you can see what we're about, the words that we use mean. Of course, we have some lovely shop items. There's a lot more coming, but it takes time to make all these things. Right now, I'm a one-man band, so it takes a little while, but here's all the stuff. And if you're in Edmonton or you're part of Camp Peaky, you can always go to our Camp Peaky events. We have one annual event as of current that you can go to, and this is it. It's Beach Party. So keep up to date, and the link to the website will be in the description below. We're just taking a break from sanding and using brake clean because it's getting stinky. But come over here. Just like a side task, I'm gonna pop the wipers off, and we're gonna take this cowl off, this whole thing across there. It's broken over there. It's actually like broken in half, so we're just gonna take this off really quick. I'm gonna say that's. What do you think? Is it 14 or 15?
I'm gonna say 14.
14. Oh, was he ever right? Pry tool. Just pop it up, just like that. This one pops up. This one I'm not too worried about breaking, as it is already just messed up. Luke is helping today because other cameramen had to study. Like, honestly, it shouldn't break that easy. I wish there was a lot more we could get done in this episode. Like, I'd like to take the plenum off and remove all those coolant lines, but I don't have the supplies to do that right now.
Hey, gang fried beef splash around like the Great Lake. Why you up in funny money? Why you dumping fake pay? That gotta see your toothpaste. Why the fuck you dumping fake drink? Shopping off of Alibaba. Why you rocking fake pay?
This paint is, it's causing issues. It's almost like a plasti dip type paint, and so when I'm sanding it, a lot of it gets stuck on the sanding pad, and then the sanding pad basically becomes useless. So not a lot I can do about it except for getting more sanding pads, which luckily I have a couple others in a bag. It's slow, and like, I don't know if you can tell, but it kind of, yeah, you can see it. It kind of melts before it actually gets sanded away. Okay, Luke had to go home. He's got school tomorrow. Stumbled upon something here. So, a little bit of rust there. I sanded most of it away. There's some there. Looks like it was bonded up right away as soon as noticed. So that's good. I think we're done for today, honestly. We're gonna figure this out together. Thank you for coming to watch. Obviously, money is a huge factor in getting stuff done like this. There's not a lot of that floating around right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Project Dragon. Things get tough, and if you just let it bring you down, stop you, then nothing's gonna happen, right? You gotta get back up again. And you either gotta have a different approach or go the same way, fight through it. So that being said, we're fighting through it, and we're gonna get this done. Just remember, admire, desire, inspire. I'm Project Dragon here. We'll see you next episode. Have a good night. Hopefully those are good thumbnails. Oh! Stay back, foul beast. Why is this happening? Again! Again!
Again!